Hello and welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast for April 27th, 2019. Today we're talking Endgame, but don't worry, it's only in Fortnite. Mario Kart for Android, Mortal Kombat 11, PS5 and Nintendo updates, and some Persona news. Join us for all that and more. Hello, everybody. Things are finally slowly starting to work.
Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast.
Yes!
So, April
Welcome.
27th?
27th.
April 27th.
April 27th still.
Last week was the 20th.
I don't lose.
7 days later.
You know, I wasn't even in the country then, so.
Well, it was on the whiteboard, so.
Here.
It might have been a different day for him, though.
Yeah, I was time traveling.
What?
What did you put it away for?
Because
So
you're
you won't eat all
at
the chocolate.
3 and we're at 0.
So I said eat some.
Or close it.
You wanted us to catch up.
It's called portioning.
I don't like portioning.
Welcome to the Barrel Roll Newscast, where we talk about games, movies, and nerd news from all over the internet. It's all the nerd news you need to know. Wait
Everything.
a second. Hold on.
Maybe if you can hear us.
Got it.
There we go.
We got it.
We're good.
I know that I've been pretty good on the social media stuff with Endgame. I've heard some pretty rough stories. People in just a random chat room, just like it's like I was just in a radio chat room for some like not even comic book related thing, and someone just posted the entire thing in the chat message. And by the time I went to delete it, I saw it, kind of thing.
Well,
I was like, wow, that's rough.
Twitter was not my friend yesterday, so.
See, my Twitter's been pretty good with its the spoiler talk, I guess. I don't know.
No, there was a comment.
Someone liked a comment that was a
quite
spoiler.
quite clearly. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
Twitter's algorithms are terrible.
Well, and again, I'm hoping that whatever you thought was a spoiler, someone was just trying to be
A dick.
or funny, and it's not actually. Like, now you'll be surprised.
No.
Oh, is it? Did someone get you on Twitter for that?
Like I said, there's someone that I follow liked a comment that was
Yeah.
hey, this happens at the end. I'm like,
Yeah, and unfortunately, Twitter's algorithms like you want to see other tweets that other people liked.
yeah.
No, I don't actually. That's
How
not
about this?
why I.
How about this person? He hasn't tweeted it in a while.
Yeah, no. So I got burned on that, so I'm on a blackout till
Monday?
Good call.
night-ish, maybe if I
I
feel
got
maybe
about
Tuesday.
I got about 6 more hours, so I got about 6 more hours. I was telling Chris about this here. It was like a chat room.
Yeah.
It was just a random. It didn't happen to me, but like it was just a chat room for some sort of radio show, some radio talk show, not even comic book related.
Yep.
And by the time the guy read the entire comment to delete it, he's like, "Oh, it was the whole thing. It was the whole thing,
See-
and just like not related to anything."
Some people
comic
just
books.
like to watch the world burn.
See, and it's funny because like most of the Marvel subreddits and all of that stuff will go into like full-on lockdown mode.
Marvel memes literally you can't post or
You
comment.
can't, right? Like, it just saves everybody the hassle.
Yeah.
Where it's like everything will go into a nice container.
And thank
Till
God
the
for
end
all
of
of
the
them.
weekend.
Thank God for all the mods too.
Yeah.
Like you have to deal with all that stuff.
Yeah, it's
Hopefully
easier.
they've seen it before.
No.
Well, but it's
some of them
easier for
don't.
them to sometimes, like with Marvel memes, if you just lock down the subreddit
Yeah.
until at least one mod's seen the movie, and then they can be like, okay,
Yeah.
I will start parsing
Some-
through some stuff.
Some mods don't even have that opportunity.
And some of them don't because they're like Marvel Studios, it's too big a subreddit. Marvel's too big a subreddit. So one of those mods, like, I don't know if they draw a stick or whatever it is,
Well,
but
they've probably
it's
seen
like,
it in advance.
No.
No.
I bet you they don't.
because the mods aren't like,
'Cause
they're just us
when
who
I was in
decide
Hong-
to do something.
Because when I was in Hong Kong,
Yeah.
that movie was shown like way in advance.
Yeah,
Way in advance. Like almost a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Which was crazy.
you didn't want to see it in Chinese?
Not particularly. Not particularly. So like they try to curb piracy by showing it early, but that just kind of promotes it a little bit, especially a movie as high profile as Endgame.
Well, I know, I forgot who, I was out with coworkers the other day, and someone's like, yeah, so my friend's kid's already seen it, and I'm like, hold on, I got that, like, why would you watch Endgame like that out of
I know.
all the movies?
Yeah.
The only version you're getting out of any, like, streaming box right now is some person who's, got their phone strapped to their chest,
Or
essentially.
it's a GoPro.
Or, yeah, it's like a GoPro that's right here, and all you hear is them, like, oh my god. Like,
See, I don't know if that's I don't pirate movies, so I don't know if that's how cam rips are.
I see it.
I've seen
I've
some
haven't
of
seen
them.
I haven't seen a lot of cam rips lately. The ones I have seen are pretty solid. Like
There's some that are good. There's some that are just they
Like-
didn't even focus the camera, or they were trying to hide it so much that they got like a fingerprint on the camera, so everything's just got that nice haze to
well,
it.
I mean, especially when you're going into or you cam rip a 3D movie.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I love people that record the 3D flicks and hope that it's like, what am I supposed to do with it? Like it doesn't work anymore. You
Yeah.
can't just like put
Yeah,
on.
there's a
glasses
lot
and
of things
yeah.
that are between this 3D. I can't just put the glasses on and it works still.
It's not.
That's not how
It's not
science.
how this works.
That's not how science works. Yeah, piracy is weird,
Mm-hmm.
especially when it comes to Avengers stuff
Yeah.
and spoilers. Obviously, sorry.
Yeah.
YouTube has been I'm a little addicted to YouTube. So for me, like, I didn't want to delete YouTube.
I find YouTube is good.
No, No, YouTube bad.
My YouTube's been okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I haven't got anything.
Mine's been because it's all based off of your search history and your watch history.
Yeah.
So I've been watching a lot of interviews, a lot of red carpet stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I think my subs recommended there was like the ever briefest like you could tell it was a cam rip thumbnail.
Oh, yeah.
So that you can tell like, okay, that was clearly some sort of spoiler thing. So
I'm avoiding Kevin Smith's YouTube for the next because he went to the actual premiere.
Yes.
And his Instagram thing that he sent out was really chill, really cool. Like, you have to see this movie. It's gonna make you cry. It's gonna make you bring tissues, bring this.
Yeah.
You know,
Very much that.
Diapers.
bring diapers, bring tissues.
Poop
the
before-
whole
poop before.
9 thing, or the whole 9 yards. He was really good about it, but I know him, so I think even him and Mark Bernardin talked about it on their Fat Man Beyond show last week. That was essentially like all bets are off pretty much come the end of this weekend. So I'm like, okay, I will just avoid Kevin Smith for the next few days. And I mean, thankfully, Kevin Smith will talk for 3 hours, so he won't get into anything spoilery for half an hour. So even if it's accidentally plays, he'll be like,
I think Kevin
"Oh my
Smith.
god, Endgame was great. Now turn this off."
I think Kevin Smith is pretty smart about that stuff. Like he's very conscious about spoilers, and he wants to maintain that relationship with Marvel.
He's a giant nerd. Well, I just laughed because someone tweeted. I think I talked about it last week. Someone tweeted him, but he talked about it on his podcast last week too, where they're like, "Why are you like? Why do you have your nose stuck so far up like Disney's butt? Like you're kissing them so hard and da 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 da." And he's like, "I've been doing that since." Like, have you not seen Mallrats? Have you not seen Clerks? Like, I've loved Star Wars and Marvel forever.
It just happens to be with
It just
Disney,
happens to be owned by Disney, who's doing what I think are great flicks. He's like, they're not, some of them aren't like the end-all be-all of great movies. He's like, but I get to go see superheroes that I only ever read about do incredible things and have fun doing it. Like, duh. So, either way. He got to go to the premiere because Chris Hemsworth is in Jay and Silent Bob Rebooted.
So that was his awkward in.
That was it. Yeah, Chris Hemsworth gave him 2 tickets, so him and his daughter ended up going. So Harley Quinn and Smith and him ended up on the red carpet for. And I'm like, how is Kevin Smith not invited to that already? Like, at this point,
should be.
He's that weird, awkward celebrity that doesn't think he's a celebrity, but is.
Yeah.
Well, then, I mean, the red carpet event was so weird because you see Kevin Smith there. It's like, oh, does it mean he's related to, like, is he doing a Marvel thing? And then you see Natalie Portman show up again, and like, everyone's like, what?
Wow.
Natalie Portman showed up at the red carpet event. And it's like, what does that mean?
That means she's got a movie coming out soon, and she needs some extra press.
What does that mean? What does it even mean?
No, Kevin Smith.
Female Thor.
Yeah.
Female Thor.
Kevin Smith was trying to.
Valkyrie that takes over.
He was Instagramming like a ton of stuff for Jay and Silent Bob Rebooted, like all these people that kept showing up for cameos and all of that thing. Yeah. Like he's like, this is very much the like culmination of everything I've done. He's like, if I do another View Askew universe movie, so Clerks or Mallrats or Chasing Amy or Jay and Silent Bob, he's like, it'll be like Mallrats 2 featuring Jay and Silent Bob, because he's like, I don't want to start in a whole nother picture again. He's like, that was a lot of work. He's like, I couldn't even get stoned. Like, but either way, yeah, he was like, I was trying to keep some things on the down low. Like, he's like, there are things in this movie you're not going to know about. He's like, I know I sent out a lot of Instagram photos. He's like, but there's a lot of surprises left in this flick. And he's like, and one of them was supposed to be Chris Hemsworth until Chris Hemsworth on Instagram goes, oh my God, Jay and Silent Bob was so fun to shoot, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And he goes, guess the cat's out of the bag there. Chris Hemsworth was so much fun to film with. Like, so then he got to go to the red carpet because of Hemsworth. So he was one of Thor's guests. Not his date, one of his guests.
Yes.
Yeah, Thor brought his wife.
I hope so.
Yeah, I would hope.
So, yeah, so they're doing their press tour.
I think they're done now.
Well, no, they're still rolling around doing their stuff. Ryan Reynolds is off doing his press tour for Detective Pikachu. So
marketing for that and hype for that's pretty high too.
Oh yeah.
Like a few of my friends saw it last week,
yep.
And they were just like floored by how good it was.
the first good video game adaptation.
It might be.
Well, they
Might
had.
be.
I don't know what.
I don't know what you're talking. Mortal Kombat 1.
Also a great.
Super cheesy.
That's
But
the
still
point.
a great- yeah.
That's
I
the
know.
point.
Yeah.
How else are you
Um,
expecting a Mortal Kombat?
Oh, I know.
I forgot what the Smith, who's not related to Will
Justice Smith.
Justice, thank you. I'm like, it's a funky first name. He was on Good Morning America with Ryan Reynolds, like Skyping in from Japan because they're overseas doing their promotion stuff right now. And they're like, well, how big a thing was this for you? And he goes, this is huge. Like, he's like, I watched the anime growing up. He's like, I played the card game. He's like my first Game Boy game was gold or silver. Like,
Yeah.
and he's talking to the Good Morning America people who know. Like, she's still calling
Yes.
it, Pokemons. That kind of thing. And he's like, so this was wicked. And they're like, well, are people like us who don't understand the Pokemon thing going to understand this movie? And Ryan Reynolds jumps in and he goes, it's one of those flicks where the people who made it love Pokemon to the point where they want everybody in on it. So if you love Pokemon, you'll get all the cool in-jokes.
Yeah.
If you know nothing about it and you're just a parent going in to watch this with your kid, you'll still have an enjoyable movie because we tried,
It's gonna be one of those
I think
movies.
I'll be one of those in between people.
Or that, but they're like everybody who was involved in this film loves the world of Pokemon so much, like all those little details are
They know
in
not
there.
to mess it up.
Yeah, and it's just like,
I'm
So.
sold for that movie.
oh, I know, I'm stoked for that one. And then on top of that, Tom Holland, I figured out, is not doing press tour stuff, not because he spoils things, but because the movie he was filming with Daisy Ridley.
Oh yeah.
Was it really?
Yes, there is some weird. They took a teen novel and they're turning it into a movie because that's what we do nowadays. And apparently they've spent over $100 million on this movie, and the studio refuses to release it because it is trash.
So
They are in the middle of reshoots right
I
now,
was gonna say.
Oh.
so they're spending like another $100 million on this flick. To try.
On not even an action.
It looks
movie?
actiony.
Oh.
It looks actiony, like they're running around in or they're standing in what looks like a jungle
I've
with.
seen a picture of that.
It's Jungle Cruise.
No, because that movie Disney's got The Rock and Emily Blunt in, which is going to be amazing. So,
Yeah.
I would love to see Tom
I'm-
Holland in the jungle actually.
but that's what, like, he's in the jungle. He's got like the wife beater on sort of thing because
Yeah.
obviously it's hot and shit. Like it looks like an action flick. That or it's the most weird rom-com ever. Oh no, we've crashed in the jungle.
It's
Lovely.
clearly not the Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Either way, yeah, they're having to refilm, so that's where he is. So he can't do any of the press stuff. He couldn't even make the red carpet.
Yeah. I was wondering why it was.
That is why he was not. It was not because he was gonna walk down the carpet going,
Guys,
Ant-Man.
Big spoilers.
Yeah, right on his shirt.
Ant-Man totally goes up his butt.
Yeah. 50-year-old virgins. T-shirts everywhere.
Yes.
They should make a ton of money off that. Either way, yeah, if you want an Endgame fix and you play Fortnite, that's the way to do it. So
I thought
get
about it, but
Marvel
and
with the
then I got
crossover
off.
stuff.
And
Then
then
I'd
I
have to
didn't.
reinstall Fortnite.
Yeah,
I don't
that's-
want to
that's
waste
also
my time.
My
Yeah.
main thing.
Yeah. Either way, moving on. Mario Kart Tour, the
Beta.
The beta is starting only on Android. So
And
you can go and
US
sign up.
and
US
some
and
Asia.
Asia, I believe.
I want to try to sign up for the beta, but then
I
couldn't
clicked
ch-
the button.
I couldn't change my email.
Oh,
It's not. You need a Gmail account.
yes, and I have that attached to my.
That was my Hotmail account.
Uh,
So I need to figure out how to change my email before.
I have pressed the button, so maybe I will be. Maybe you'll see the van driving around town like a madman trying to, because clearly that's how Mario Kart's
Mario
gonna
Kart-
work on
Mario
the phone.
Kart Tour Go.
Yeah.
Avoid the streets.
Ha!
Harry Potter just went into beta too.
Oh yeah.
Harry Potter's Wizards Unite.
Yeah.
The other Niantic game.
Yeah.
They are-
Flipendo.
Yes.
Spell it on us.
Flipendo!
Essentially, yes.
Spell it.
Flipendo.
Stupefy.
There you go.
Leviosa.
Levios. Oh.
Avocadabra.
Oh, good lord! You've gone dark.
Yeah.
Patronum.
Roll.
Expecto Patronum.
Flipendo.
Doesn't matter. You're already dead.
First year, that's all I know.
You're already dead.
Aloha Mora! Gosh, they're so useless with the spells they teach.
Yep.
I get
Oh,
they're only like 11, but
Maybe it's the high school. They gotta do a high school version.
That would have made a good movie if only they wouldn't have stuck themselves to that Fantastic Beasts title.
There's so many things they could have done properly with that series.
Either way, not like we've talked about that before. So yeah,
no, let's not beat on that dead horse.
If you have an Android phone and you live in the proper territories, you can sign up for the Mario Kart Tour beta.
And it will tell you if you can't sign up properly. So
yes.
Just go ahead and try it anyways.
Yeah, I was going to say, hit all the buttons and hit go, and it'll be like, no.
No, or yes.
Or yes. So
all the buttons.
All the buttons.
I gotta laugh because I can probably just find the APK when it just posts.
For sure. And let's face it, like...
Because it happened with Harry Potter, the Wizards Unite game. Like, I've got that installed.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna boot it. Or anything. Nothing's gonna happen. But...
Is there... Oh, I hate when IGN does this.
I haven't been on IGN in months.
Next thing?
Okay. Yeah, no, that's what I was checking.
Yeah.
So,
moving on.
Mortal Kombat 11 has just come out.
It's a great looking game.
Is it out?
Yeah, it came out last week.
Came out last week. Either way,
That's
it is supposed to be a pretty good game, but it is filled with microtransactions.
Yes.
Surprise.
And
so,
Ed Boon actually came up and talked about this too. He
Yep.
said that they're going to reevaluate the towers.
Well,
Hopefully, anyways.
There's towers in the game that you can go up. It's an online-only
experience,
which kind of whatever, because there's loot
I
boxes
mean, in the
that come
classic
out
ones,
of
they did have the tower too. Which
Yes.
is solo.
This one, though, the tower is attached to online, so you unlock loot boxes, which have stuff in them. And some of the things that are coming out from people online is that some of the tower stuff is pretty much impossible unless you get the one-time boost items that cost you money.
Huh.
On top of that, if you want, I'm going to make sure I get this right.
The value?
If you want all of the Mortal Kombat 11 skins,
Isn't it like...
it is $6,440.
Wow.
You can grind through the game and unlock them.
Yep.
But if you would like to just use them...
It's the Battlefront experience.
It is very much how Battlefront first, when it came out, it was the... Oh, well, if you'd like to play as Luke Skywalker, it'll cost, essentially
Or you
pay
want
$400.
the
or you
skin?
can pay for,
Yeah, exactly.
This one is if you want all the skins, you want kind of all the stuff unlocked. Yeah, it's going to cost you $6,440. Or again, putting in a ton of grinding and more than is actually...
You've got other video games to play. You got other things to do.
When you look at the amount of time that people put into something like The Sims or those kinds of games, which they suck you in.
But The Sims is a little bit different though. The Sims is designed to be that experience. Mortal Kombat.
But that's what I mean. Like games where, again, like even Planet Coaster, where you're sitting there designing and putting all those little details into things. I get where people spend hundreds of hours in that game.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat. As much as I'm a big fan of that series because they've really brought it back, I'm not spending 100 hours in Mortal Kombat.
Well,
I might get to 40.
Especially when it comes to like a game that you can play on the Switch now, you can just pick up and go. Like,
Yes.
I'll still never hit that.
No.
That number.
No. And again, having to be attached to online for a lot of stuff. It's like, why would I get it on the Switch then?
Hotspot, I guess. I don't know.
But that's the piece. Is like unless you want a hotspot to connect to, and it's just like, oh man, okay, never
Seems
mind.
like a lot of work.
Right, like for Mortal Kombat.
A short walk or a long walk for a short drink of water.
So either way, yes, if you'd like all the skins.
At the moment, yeah, I think Ed Boon has gone in front of that and kind of addressed the concerns.
Yeah. And that's one of those things that maybe it's like
it's a skin, so it's not really helping.
It's a skin, but I think
Okay,
it's also
help you.
tied to fatalities too.
There's some fatalities and stuff that are
And
attached
of course,
to
being
it.
Mortal Kombat,
Fatalities
are pretty.
I
Pretty
was watching
cool.
them online.
It also has, I think,
but you want to do it on. You want to disrespect people online though.
this game. This game has 12 DLCs announced.
New characters.
12 DLC, yeah, pretty much 12 DLC characters. So everybody's like, so if I wait 2 years, I'll get Mortal Kombat Definitive Edition and it'll have
Mortal Kombat 11
everything. And
Pro or something.
yeah. So why am I buying this game now? Because I know exactly how this is gonna work.
Yep. Unless you make the
Because-
DLCs cheaper now than
And
the
they won't.
Definitive Edition.
It'll be that.
And thank God for.
I'll wait 2 years for a fighting game, especially
And Mortal Kombat is and NetherRealms is kind of known for that. I mean, the flip side of the coin, you look at someone Capcom with Street Fighter 4.
Yeah.
They've been, or is it 5 now?
Yes, they're on 5.
5, yeah. Street Fighter 5.
It's just a V.
Yeah. But they announced Street Fighter. Like, if you have a base version of Street Fighter 5, you can still play that with everyone else, like who just buys the arcade edition or tournament edition. You can still play that because they've updated that game to include all the characters, all the new modes, all the new story stuff.
That was a smart way of doing that one.
Capcom has like they got a lot of flack for Street Fighter V when it first came out.
Yep.
But they played the long game with it. I think it feels like they really held on to that, and almost too much because obviously MVC3 or MVCI.
Yep.
Marvel Infinite just got shit on.
See, I think the only way you get people to get that is the first DLC is someone
Big.
huge.
Yeah.
Like, I think Joker is supposed to be in it at some point.
Is he in this one?
You never see it coming.
No.
No, not that Joker. No, not Persona.
No.
We're gonna have to make a really like which Joker is gonna be in this fighting game?
Mario
Joker.
shows up.
Persona Joker.
I don't know. You'd have to do that. You'd have to have the first DLC so tempting
Batman.
that people would want to do it.
I'm still waiting 2 years.
I really don't care.
But just,
Yeah, no, and I get what you're saying, but yeah, is it
Is it a
you
season?
have the patience.
Is
to
it a
do
season
that.
pass,
but
though?
If it's a character
I
that
believe you
needs,
can get a season.
So if it's a season pass, then it's
if it's
it's
a
not
character
too
that
bad.
you really want.
Oh sure, I get that piece.
I would like to see how many season like passes got sold of Smash Brothers, like immediately after they announced Persona 5 in Smash Brothers.
I already had it.
I know we already
don't
had
think
it, but
I
like
have it.
I know a bunch of people
I don't
Yeah.
think I have
just
it.
already bought the game, but then as soon as that announced, they're like, oh, if this is the
If
level-
this is what we're getting for DLC, totally.
I would like to see and I see where you're coming from
Yep.
that too. Like if they drop like this is the Turtles again, they get to
Oh,
play as the
the
Turtles,
Turtles was a good drop.
or
It'd have to be
RoboCop,
something different.
RoboCop,
Ooh, that'd be fun.
RoboCop,
He's too.
Judge Dredd.
Terminator.
Like yeah, like
I think Dread would be good.
Dredd would be fun. But that's what I mean. Someone big, someone
Yeah.
interesting, something like out of the ordinary.
They've
They've
done
already
Hellboy.
done. Well, Hellboy was Injustice.
Yeah, but they've already done.
They've already done the Alien and the Predator.
I don't know who else you do.
Yeah, throw Batman in, man.
But then you have to get into the scenario where are they okay with Batman's head getting decapitated and ripped apart? Like that's going to be a
I
discussion
know
with
it's
Warner
going to be a
Brothers.
discussion. And
Duke Nukem.
you know what?
Yep, Duke Nukem.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yep, Duke Nukem.
Now's the time because AT&T is like buying Warner Brothers and all that jazz.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe now's the time to just sneak in there and be like, so can we cut Batman's head off? Like,
Can we disembowel him?
can
Can we?
if you're okay with Batman's head being cut off, don't say anything. Good. Okay. Bye. Because apparently that's I guess other things very quickly, but the DC app down in the States that they have that has
the comics, the TV
the
shows,
comics and the TV shows and all of
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Swamp Thing got cut down to 10 episodes from 13,
Yeah.
Okay.
and they were told not to expect another season
Oh.
before the show's even out
Oh.
because AT&T wants to release their own streaming app. And they
Yes,
own
they do.
Warner Brothers now, who owns DC, so it's all subsequently, they don't know what they're doing with the DC app.
So it's the Disney thing.
Yeah,
Disney-
but by
but-
AT&T.
But
But they're
and
doing
I'm
it
like,
proper.
and it's just
But
like,
not proper, yeah,
and
sorry.
it's like, I'm still gonna get the Disney one because they own the stuff
It's a very good chance.
I actually want to see.
Like The Simpsons.
The pull would be probably the comics for me.
See, and then I have my Marvel Unlimited app again. So
Yeah, but this is DC.
I know, and I get that, but that's what I mean.
There's
like,
other apps you can use you can use Comixology too if you want to read.
but
But you have to pay for that?
Yeah, you have to pay for all
you have
of
to pay
it.
for DC
Yeah.
anyways.
Yeah.
So, but that's the piece is if they take the TV shows off of DC and just go, hey, you can read our comics for whatever bucks a month. Yeah, $5 a month.
$5 to $10 a month.
And it's been confirmed Song of the South will not be on Disney Plus.
Really?
Disappointed in you, Disney.
I'll say Nick's a little mad about that.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed.
That's mom speak for bad.
I'm disappointed.
That's mom speak
I
for
just-
bad.
I'm disappointed in you, Disney. I was expecting a very racist movie on your streaming service because
And-
I've always wanted to see it.
It'll be on the rated R.
It'll be
Oh,
right
and they
next to
take full
Deadpool.
control of Hulu. Yeah,
It'll be right next to Deadpool.
yeah. That is the. There's a bunch of weird little things that happened this week. Apparently, the Comcast, who owns the other 30% of Hulu, is looking at selling to Disney now. Because
Well, yeah, why not?
Yeah, they've lost.
So Disney would have two streaming services.
They were gonna have two.
they were going to have two anyways.
Well, they were going to have the majority of one.
Yeah, but they were
60%.
Not
60
fully.
60% is the
I
best.
know, but they didn't have full. guess
They would have. They had.
They
full
would have.
control.
They basically would have.
No one could vote any. They could be like, we're turning it into the My Little Pony network, and Hulu would have to be like,
No.
okay.
No, please don't. No, I'm gonna do it.
Subscribes.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, Tony,
no.
first day subscriber.
No.
We'll gift it to him.
Yeah.
No, the whole plan I think was Disney Plus is going to have all of the family stuff, like easy
Hulu's
family
gonna-
stuff,
yeah.
and Hulu's going to have all the network and adults again,
Mature.
not
So you're
like
gonna make that available to
mature.
Canada?
They actually that's their plan.
That was the initially a long time ago. These Kevin Feige, not Kevin, Eisner.
Bob Iger.
Iger
Yeah.
said that he wants to make Hulu more available to international.
Good.
Yeah, actual countries, because that was his piece. Is if we're going to put all of our eggs into the streaming basket, Disney Plus has to come out North America.
Yeah.
And then Hulu, once they get their bearings with Disney Plus, and then figure out Hulu will stretch its legs into Canada and across seas.
So many streaming services.
So again, and it's pointed out,
Timmy-
if you pay $100 for cable, paying $50 for streaming services, and then cutting cable,
I've already cut cable.
you know,
It's
My
hockey,
monthly
That's my draw, though.
my monthly subscription I pay is $13 a month.
And right now HBO.
$13 a month for me.
No, but I'm saying that's how I pull
all I
right
pay
now
for
is
right
like
now.
HBO and
So-
hockey channels.
yeah.
I've cut the cable. I'm that audience that has cut the cables like.
Oh, I know. I know
years.
lots of people that have.
We have yet to do that. We've thought about it again. Like, we've pondered the thought process. But yeah, like, for me, it would be, what streaming services would I replace my cable with, sort of thing.
Yeah, and at some point you have to just rip that Band-Aid off.
And again, my biggest
Yeah.
piece to cable is hockey. Legitimately, like, mine's hockey. I could care less about any of the other stuff because I can usually
you can't
find it.
Because they usually tack hockey onto other packages, don't they?
No, it's
No, the hockey channels are, or the sports channels are the sports channels.
sports channels.
So
But-
you can
So
get,
yes,
you
it's hockey, but you
can get
baseball,
exclusively
golf,
just
football.
sport. That's what I'm saying. Like they
You know,
all-
well, you have to get basic cable and then
and then,
attach
yeah,
attach.
and
That's
during
what I'm saying.
summer, when hockey's not on, I have my football.
What about paying for like an NHL?
There's an NHL app, but
yeah.
it's I've heard
but that-
wonky things.
Yes, that one you cannot follow your local team.
What? So you follow any team?
You can follow any team, but you can't do it your local one because you just go to your cable provider. That I've looked at the NHL center ice thing.
Yeah.
You could if I said, oh, I want to follow Edmonton, and they find out where I am, they follow my IP and that. No, they won't let me.
That sounds like a lot. I'm just gonna go on r/NHL streams.
Right. Which, you know, it's always
That's what I do
and those are
during
always a
school
50-50 shot, and yeah.
I mean,
Sometimes you get the broadcast from like the other team's
well, you can
broadcasting.
choose usually.
Sometimes you can choose, and sometimes it's like, okay, the Edmonton one and this, and all of a sudden I'm listening and I'm like, those guys aren't talking about Edmonton.
That's not you, Prince.
Why are they? Yeah, why are they being mean to the Oilers? This isn't right.
No, that's Edmonton's.
They're still being mean to Edmonton.
They're critical, but in like a very like positive kind of. It's
Are
like,
they? 'Cause
Yeah.
There's been a few times where they.
Oh no! If you watch the other stream, they're just mean. But Toronto's out, so we can all cheer for that.
And Calgary.
And Calgary
Yeah.
victory.
My NHL bracket's ruined.
Everyone's
Everybody's is pretty much that's
Mine's
really hooped
ruined.
unless you went way underdog.
because lightning,
Like
the lightning, right?
Tampa Bay.
Oh, I
yeah.
love the.
They got
Yeah.
lightninged.
They did.
Someone
They
used
got
the
struck.
They got
someone,
thunderstruck.
someone used the lightning bolt power up on them and then shrunk them and then just stomped them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes, exactly how it happened.
Do you want to jump into your Persona news?
So Persona, there's been a lot of talk about Persona updates coming out. Persona 5, the Royal,
All
which
right.
is basically a reissue of Persona 5, but they've added in a whole new separate side character. They've added all new content for it's Persona 5.5, I guess. I don't know.
Oh,
It's
they're
like
sort of doing the Kingdom Hearts thing.
they're doing a Kingdom Hearts thing.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's going to be a substantial upgrade. They're adding new moves. They're adding new finishing moves for all of the characters. By all accounts, it looks like a substantial upgrade. That's coming out, I believe, end of this year for Japan. So never for us. Never for us.
A few years.
Never for
Sounds
us.
about right.
But I think the biggest surprise, everyone's expecting Persona 5 coming out on the Switch.
Yes.
Titled Persona 5 S.
Yep.
Because
Switch, yeah.
The Smash Brothers stuff.
Yeah.
With him being a character now.
Yep.
And being Persona 5S people were hoping it was going to be a Switch port.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
They're sorely disappointed. It is
Disappointed, or-
Oh yes. It is a hack and,
Excited.
it is a hack and slash Koei Tecmo game built on the what was it, Hyrule Warriors engine?
Yep.
Or whatever engine
Or,
that is.
yeah, the
Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors.
It is a Dynasty Warriors Persona 5 attack battle game.
Yeah, so you're fighting off hundreds of enemies at the same time, sort of thing. And Tony's gonna get it because
I
it's
might
Persona.
I might actually get one of those games for the first time ever.
You're getting it.
I might actually get it for the first time ever.
I liked Hyrule Warriors.
I didn't.
Like
I didn't.
but I knew what game I was getting into.
I didn't. I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't like any of
For
those
Tony.
dynasties.
Huh?
It wrecked it for Tony.
You know what though? At some point you have to realize they're letting them use the Persona license in another Dynasty Warriors battle game.
Yeah.
They must know what they're doing.
Didn't you get the Persona dancing game or whatever?
No, I got it from the library.
Yeah, he tried it.
I tried it.
Tried it.
So,
So just put Persona in front of it and Tony will get it.
yeah, that's a good try. That's
Yeah.
a good opportunity. There's a good chance of that.
Yeah.
There's
very good.
There's a very good chance that happens.
We've known that for a long time.
That's not hard to know, guys. It's not hard.
Or Metal Gear.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know he still tries it.
David Hayter's in Calgary this weekend.
Huh?
David Hayter is in Calgary this weekend, and it pains me that I can't go.
Did you play any of the Metal Gear pachinko machines while you were?
No, I did not. That was the one experience that I opted not to look for.
Of the Metal Gear Solid specific.
It's not even
He
a
was
game.
like, I was pachinkoing all over the place. I saw the Metal Gear Solid one. I'm like,
No, I played the Silent Hill one. No, but no Metal Gear.
no Metal Gear.
No. So yeah, it's a Persona 5. I think the Scramble, which
Yeah,
is why
yeah.
which is what the S stands for.
Yeah.
Which
Not Switch.
not a Switch port.
Yeah. Still cool that they're letting them use the license for.
It's
something
very
like
cool
that,
that
though.
they're using the license. And Atlus has been very. They're usually pretty open with the Persona license.
Yeah.
I know they have another 3DS game coming out.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
It's called the Labyrinth or something, or Movie Labyrinth,
Yeah.
where they actually are merging Persona 5 with 4 with 3.
Yeah.
All the main characters from all those games into one game, which is really cool. But I never was into was it like the Labyrinth games?
Labyrinth Q or
Yeah,
Persona Q.
No, but like even that was based off of another.
Oh yeah, I know,
that
but that's
map
what I mean.
building
Like, yes.
RPG, and I loved the combat part of it, but I hated the map building part of it.
But yeah, It's it's funny because you've been talking about Persona for so long, and then you see it on the 3DS, and I'm like,
Yeah,
is this the stuff that like Tony talks about?
I did buy it,
but there's all these weird subtitles underneath it, and I'm like, I don't feel like this is the actual Persona
It is-
game.
It is and it isn't.
Right.
They're very touchy with how the canonical timeline is for Persona.
Yeah.
Because technically, Persona 3 exists in the same universe as Persona 4 and 5.
Yep.
Technically, they do. And all of those sub games, like the dancing game, the 3DS game,
Yeah.
all those are apparently the fighting games. They're all canon to all of those universes. So it's really difficult to keep track of what is and what isn't canon
Right.
at this point. I have no doubt in my mind that this Dynasty Warrior style game will be canon. That
Sure.
will definitely be
Well,
canon.
probably.
They're easy enough to make canon because essentially it's
Yeah.
just what's going on. I've never seen this many bad guys at once. Well, we
Right.
still got to do
Right,
something
yeah,
about
like,
it.
the shadows are coming out of the other realm again. We got to
Yeah.
fight them back or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's like it's up to the fandom thieves to do it all over again.
Yeah. So
I'm interested.
Yep.
I'm not sold on it, but I'm definitely interested in it.
You
because
are.
it,
Okay,
you'll get it.
because it's visually, it visually looks like a Persona game.
yes.
Like that's at the end of the day, those guys, those Koei Tecmo guys,
Yeah.
they take the license and they make it look like
Yes.
that.
They don't.
Hyrule Warriors, Gundam.
Yep.
Like
They're not. They don't do the Telltale thing where everything then looks like a Telltale game. They take the property and make it look like the property.
right. So in universe, it feels like Link. In universe, it feels like a Gundam robot kind of piece. So I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. I don't know.
I'm alright.
I'm hesitant. I do gotta laugh though. Like the I think 2 or 3 days after I left Japan,
Yeah.
there was a Persona 5 concert.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was real mad at myself. I'm like, If I stayed like another day or two, I could have been to a Persona 5 concert. That would have been really weird. That would have been really an experience. To say
Persona 5 concert.
Of course.
Yeah.
Why not?
Of course,
Why
yes.
not? Why not? Yeah, Persona 5 updates.
There you go.
The Royal and a
Yes.
Dynasty Warrior style
Scramble.
game.
just making eggs.
The Persona 5 Royal game's only coming out for PlayStation 4 again.
Yeah.
The Dynasty Warriors one, the S,
Yes.
is coming out for PlayStation 4 and Switch.
Nice.
Which is screw you, Xbox, I guess. They could have easily put the last one on the Xbox.
They could, but there's probably the deal with Nintendo for Joker and Smash was something along the
Most
lines
likely
of
that.
and then
And then
just because they have a
Atlas.
license of some kind with PlayStation,
Well, it's just the Atlas is very like
they've been in PlayStation.
they
for-
sleep in the same bed almost.
Well, and again-
and then every once in a while they'll release a game on the Xbox.
Yeah,
We'll cheat on them.
Yeah, a little bit.
but yeah, the Persona games, from what I know, are on play like Sony and or a Nintendo handheld.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, all of the Shin Megami games are.
yeah,
The Shin Megami games are primarily on Nintendo consoles, actually.
right.
Now,
So that's the piece is like
Persona
they-
games are on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I guess there's this unwritten rule at Atlas that they do that.
I guess so. Or again, there's a weird contract deep down somewhere. So other
Moving on.
news. We PlayStation 5, we know we're not getting it until at least April 2020.
That's a
bit
pretty
of an
good
update to
Yeah,
what
we talked about it last week.
That's pretty good, though. That's pretty good.
Yeah. So they it's from spec news that I've been reading, it's supposed to now try and compete with Google's Stadia,
Well,
like the
yeah.
power of Stadia.
Yeah.
Um,
I
has
imagine
to.
so.
we talked about backwards compatibility because that is being talked about. So clearly, built on the same infrastructure as the PlayStation 4 this time, as
Three.
opposed to what
They
they
never
did
had-
from 3 to 4.
And I think
They
backwards
have backwards
compatibility will be
support.
huge for them.
No, so it's built on the same infrastructure because 4 they rebuilt the entire operating system.
Oh, yeah.
They
which
made it
meant-
more of
yeah.
a computer.
Yeah,
They made it other than
which makes it now easier to go
backwards.
backwards.
Because that cell processor is why 90% of the reason why you don't get real backwards compatibility on a PlayStation 4.
Yeah. So either way, that's kind of the news, but we're not gonna see anything at least from
Until after
product
April.
wise until
I
after.
It's not like you're
figured-
going to see them at E3 anyways.
I figured November.
You think in November they're going to drop more deets?
No, that's
Or
like
November of
is
next
just-
year.
no.
Oh, November 2020?
Yeah.
I see that. I can see that.
Because then it's a Christmas.
I can see that.
Release.
See, and the biggest piece, and I think if there is the backwards compatibility part to it, is like that's even looking at games on sale right now. You know, Battlefield 4 goes on sale for like $5. Either way, when you're in the store, if you're not watching carefully, like if you're just on your phone, there's the PS3 version and the PS4 version, and it's like, oh, it'd be nice with the next one if I'm thinking God of War, because clearly, let's face it, it's being worked on.
It made money.
It made money, but if it would be nice if all of a sudden it came out and it's like, okay, you can buy it, and you can play it on your PS4, and it'll look like God of War, but if you get it on the PS5,
It's gonna look that much.
it's gonna look that much better. It's gonna run that much better.
They tried that with like 5 games on the PS3 to PS4.
Yeah,
Like Battlefront 4 did that. If you had a PS3 copy of Battlefront 4
I can't remember what.
and
Yeah.
you bought it on the PS3, and then if you paid EA like $5 or something, and you could use that disc in a PS4 and play the PS4 version.
but yeah, it would be nice if like digital. If you bought it, all of a sudden you could just, no matter which system
Right.
you were on, you could play it. If you
Digital,
bought
yeah.
the disc, because it's backwards compatibility, like you throw it in and it just kind of works. Hello, Hollow Dev.
Hello.
I thought we weren't looking at the chat.
I'm fine. It's Hollow Dev. I'm
Oh,
good.
okay.
I trust him.
Uh-huh.
He switched over. He was working. Oh no, he was working in Unity, and now he's working in Unreal for his game that he's producing or developing. That's the developer part of his.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I pay attention. Although I'm not on Twitter right now, so if you post anything,
I'm on
not
Twitter,
there.
so you can post to me.
Um,
My Twitter's
Do it, don't do it.
My Twitter's pretty good. But it
um,
doesn't matter. I've got like 6 hours left.
But plus 3 hours, so 9.
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna read Twitter in the middle of this movie. That's just rude.
Tweeting it.
Oh my god, did you hear that?
Yeah, and the last bit of news we do have is Nintendo Kotaku reached out to them because they kind of heard inklings of things, and they're like, what can we expect to see 3DS-wise coming out of Nintendo? And Nintendo has no plans for any first-party support for the Nintendo 3DS.
They do this.
Surprise!
A long time ago.
Everyone
This
saw
is now that official word, though, is we're reaching the end of, not its life cycle, because honestly, it's got so much going for it.
Yeah.
Let me be honest. When they announced the new Pokemon coming for the Switch,
we knew it was
not the
dead.
3DS, that is the
That is the
sign that you're done.
they've
well, no,
moved on.
It's that piece. It's always Pokemon.
It's Pokemon. It's always Pokemon.
All the other games can bridge. Like, you can get Zelda on a handheld. You can also get Zelda on a on a console.
But Pokemon has been always that handheld game.
Yeah, so it's like,
always
I wonder
that.
how long the 2DS will last now that the 3DS is out. The next Pokemon game only for the 3DS. Well, this one's done. Time to go get a 3DS.
I think you can play Pokemon on the 2DS.
On the 2DS, you
Yeah,
can.
you can. It just doesn't run.
But I'm talking like the DS.
Yeah.
That big gray brick.
That was a great one.
That was great.
That was great.
Still love it. So yeah, it's the kind of
It is the end game.
it's the
end game for the 3DS. Oh my god. Oh, we've come full circle. Hi, puppy.
So yeah, it's one of those pieces where you're kind of just like, okay, I guess the 3DS is, and people can still develop for it, obviously, and make some games.
Oh yeah,
and
there's
third-party support.
I can see there's probably gonna like another 5 years.
Sure, easy
For the
peasy.
3DS, and especially when people can just like.
It's still got some great games on it. Yeah. I have yet to touch my 3DS in probably a year at this point.
I brought my Switch when I went traveling. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the Switch allows you to.
Play.
It allows you to just do.
Can you play
same
Smash
thing.
Brothers on the Switch with Joker?
Yes.
Yes, then that's what I'm using.
Yeah, it was. But that's my and then you get Animal Crossing announced for the Switch. And
Yeah,
it's
that
just
was another
all of these kind of.
Because that was a big tentpole GameCube game, and then when
There was a huge GameCube game because it was actually the N64 in Japan that it got released for. Then GameCube here, and then it was like, it's a fun console game. But as soon as they got it on the DS,
the 3DS, or is it the DS?
they had one on the DS, and everybody's like, oh my god, Animal Crossing on the go is the best thing ever. And they're like,
really?
the last thing we got for the consoles was Amiibo Festival, which is one of Tony's favorite games.
Yeah, clearly. Right up there with.
If you want to, like and subscribe and comment a lot if you want to see Tony playing Amiibo Festival on the Wii U.
Or not.
Because
We'll put it together.
we'll make that happen.
What's a Wii U?
Oh no, I have it. It's plugged in. We can make this work.
What's a Wii U?
I also have most of the Animal Crossing Amiibos. Because they were like $2.
Same with My Little Pony stuff.
Yeah, if you want to see him watch My Little Pony, like and subscribe. And tell all of your friends.
That's not happening.
It can happen.
But do it anyways.
We'll trick him here one day.
Yeah, it'll happen. Don't you fret. But yeah, kind of the end of the life cycle for the 3DS. And I mean, it lasted forever in different iterations. And
I'm actually still surprised they released a WarioWare Gold on the 3DS.
Me too. That
not
one
on
was
the Switch.
Yeah.
Oh man, WarioWare.
Very.
I know.
Yeah,
Like
man.
that'll be another big game on the Switch whenever it comes out.
That was a great game.
A WarioWare game on the Switch. Think of the possibilities of that.
If it is, they could re-release this one without any updates whatsoever, and I would be happy. 1 to 4 players,
Well, put more for players.
and sure,
8 players.
bump it up to 8 because all you need is the
Little
Joy-Cons.
Joy-Cons.
You don't need any. Bump it up to 8 players, but literally this game, and I would be the happiest person on the face of the planet.
Yeah.
'Cause
You talk about ultimate party games.
we played this lots
Between that and Mario Party.
when it was good. Yeah. When Mario Party was good, it's good again.
I was gonna say.
Come on, they're all good.
We've got.
They're all good. They're all a game of skill.
I've never cared about it being a game of skill.
It is a game of skill.
Mario
Party.
But
is
at
a
one
game of
point
skill.
they pretty much they're like, to heck with skill. We're putting you all in the same car now. Like, you don't even get to move independently. It's like, this isn't even a board game, and it's like, what happened?
Game of skill.
Skill game.
Go 50 turns. Go.
Let's go. I would love, and I would pay for it easily, DLC for the Super Mario Party.
Nintendo's been very weird about their DLC plans on games. Like, games that should get DLC aren't.
Don't.
And some that
I know.
receive it. Like, what was There was a Nintendo game that received DLC. Not Mario Kart. I can't think of it right now.
But Mario Kart, I would again pay.
Splatoon, I think.
Yeah, they got the Octoling.
Yeah, like it's like
expansion DLC.
Yeah, like it's didn't need it, but it got it. But then games like Mario Odyssey,
I know.
games like Mario Odyssey
fix
that
it.
would benefit from DLC didn't get it.
And they might, and it's like
we got
even,
VR support.
We got VR support. But they did that with the first Mario Kart, where all of a sudden it was like we didn't get anything, and it's like, oh, this, and then all of a sudden DLC dropped like a year or so later, like the announcement for it, even before we got it.
Yeah, but it's been how long? For
I know
Mario
it's been
Kart?
a long time, and I feel like with Mario Kart they didn't want to drop DLC because they're like, we've already released this ultimate version of the last game, and if we release DLC, people might get a little pissy.
Yeah.
But Mario Parties that maybe this year
I don't see
E3
it. I
they
don't see
go
it.
like, hey, pay us
I
this
don't-
much for some new board.
I don't see it. I don't see it.
Because in all honesty, again, it's an easy way to make cash. I'll pay you $20 for,
It is,
Some
but
new boards.
I don't see them doing. I see them doing.
and it's Nintendo, so the boards would cost me all of $3 because they don't know how to charge for DLC either. So we're giving you all this content, and it's like, oh my god, it's gonna be like $30, and it's like, $5.50. Does that sound fair? No, okay.
Yes.
$3.99.
How much does Joker cost by himself?
Oh, I bought the season's pass.
How much does the season pass cost?
I don't remember. I just paid for it.
They
Well,
could
because
have charged you $100 and then you would.
let's face it, the last time I got DLC out of Smash Bros, they also brought it. Like I got Bayonetta and Ryu and Cloud, and
I think I bought them independently because I don't think I bought Bayonetta.
there was no season pass the last
No,
time.
there wasn't.
You had to buy them individually. But that's the piece is like I knew the quality I was getting out of DLC characters, considering I already got all of the DLC characters in the base Smash game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like I will buy the season's pass because
Well, now
I know what I'm getting.
Well, now they've roped themselves into the hole of we have no more old characters to re-release.
Right. So I know I'm getting new, and now with Joker, I know I'm getting kind of far out
Crazy.
characters.
So like it's still a discussion of Halo, Master Chief, or
Banjo Kazooie or
Kratos.
Crash Bandicoot.
Crash would be fun, and Crash I can see making
Crash
it. Rayman.
No. Never.
Spyro.
Waluigi.
With
No.
Spyro?
Waluigi would be the last one they release, just
free. He's free.
just to spite people.
No, they'll make him free. It'll legit be like, guys, we
And he's like,
we
he would be so bottom tier.
Yeah. He's just the trophy. That's all he does is what like
You move. It's the same trophy. You control the trophy.
You just control the trophy. Yeah. I'm Waluigi.
Nothing happens when he hits a smash ball.
No. Well, all he has is what, a tennis racket or whatever he's running around with.
So he hits a smash ball, breaks it, but he doesn't have a
Yeah.
final smash. He doesn't have a final smash.
Can't even jump side to side. That's all he can do. You know, people would eat that up though.
They would.
That would be streamed online constantly. If it's like Waluigi tournament. 8
Waluigis.
8 Waluigis on a map. None of them can jump. None of them can do anything but roll side to or like move side to side.
So whoever gets the high ground wins.
Yeah, whoever spawns up top, just like I will stay here. Either way, it's the end of the 3DS, which
End of
we knew was coming anyways.
Endgame.
Yeah.
PlayStation 5, obviously new one coming out. And again, this one I can wait.
You say that now.
Unless they release the next
Spider-Man
Spider-Man game
2.
instantly, like if it's a launch title, then we might be thinking, but
No, we'll get Death Stranding with it.
no, that'll be the PS6.
Yeah, that game's not coming out. Yeah, the game's not coming out.
No, it's a PS5 release.
Only for the PS 5.5.
It'll never come out.
It's a PS5 release.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Doesn't surprise me. Doesn't
There'll
matter.
be one of those that will be on both systems.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be the worst. That's even
They'll
worse.
Twilight Princess it and Breath of the Wild it.
That's even worse. Oh, the Breath of the Wild on the Wii U is really good.
Well, because it was developed for the Wii U.
Yes.
Yes. So, either way, with that, that's the news. Stay tuned for the post-credit show.
We
where
talk about movies and games.
we've played and travels we've probably been on, I'm
yes.
assuming.
Maybe.
And life experience.
And life experience.
Life experience. Life experiences are great, guys.
They are great.
Are they? Do I have to get out?
Yes.
I have to leave?
What's that bright thing in the sky? It's the sun.
No, it's a giant ball of fire.
Moon.
And it burnt me last week, so I'm not going outside again.
Yeah.
Also, it snowed, so
Okay.
I don't have to go outside.
Yeah.
Because it's April.
Because it's April and it snowed.
End of April.
Sorry about that, guys.
It is telltale.
Yeah. Either way, join us in about 5 minutes for the post-credit show. Thanks for watching. While you're waiting, check out barrelrollnews.com, where you can find all of our social media links and all of that stuff. Hit that like and subscribe button.
I have a like party.
Just call it. No, the sun. The sun is not giant bread, although it can make bread.
Yes. Did you just call this a giant bread? No, it's a giant ball of fire.
No, it's the sun. It's a star.
We can't eat it.
See you in 5. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, no, that didn't work. We're still here.
Hey.
Ah!
Don't eat the sun. Don't eat.